Hello sewing buddies, Javiera here, and it's getting hotter by the days in here in Melbourne, and one thing I'm looking forward to is riding bicycles in the evening. I go outside and see all the people riding cycles, and it's so like I get this feeling to do it myself because I am above 20 and I yet don't know how to ride a cycle. So I'm looking forward to buying one and learning how to ride a cycle and go around the town cycling. It's something so, I'm just looking forward and so exciting for me right now. I know, too grown up to learn to cycle, but it's never too late. Alright, today we're working on a tutorial for these awesome pouches. Aren't they super cool? So I made them using Cricut Maker. Obviously, I can't cut all these intricate parts myself. This is gonna make such an amazing project to give as gifts or even to sell in your store. So we're gonna be using Cricut Maker to make these, and there's a free SVG file available for all the VIP members, and you can become a VIP member by joining the list using the link given down below. And I also made this one using the same method. This is gonna be a paid SVG file that you can purchase if you want. The process of making both of these things are completely the same. So if you watch the tutorial for this, you can easily make this. Alright, enough talking, let's begin this tutorial. Alright, now let's have a look at all the supplies. So you would obviously need your magical Cricut Maker machine. I love mine. And you would need some clear plastic vinyl. I'm using the one I got my bed sheet in because you should always try to recycle and reduce the waste. So I'm gonna be using this. And you would need your handy Cricut spatula, your Teflon foot or a walk-in foot, some fabric glue, something very handy, of course your strong grip mat, the purple one that you can see over here, and of course you would need vinyl or cork. So I'm gonna make one with vinyl and one with cork fabric. And you would also need a zipper measuring 8" in length with a zipper pull, obviously. So get all your supplies together and let's begin this tutorial. To cut out the lace zipper pouch, first go to Design Space and then go to New Project. Then click on Upload. Download the lace zipper pouch file from the free pattern library and upload it here. Click on Upload Image and then drag and drop the file. So this is what it should look like once it's done uploading. You can name it as zipper pouch, tag it as zipper pouch, and then just click on save. Now just select the image and click on insert images. So this is what you should have by now. Make sure that it measures 9 by 4.5. And as you can see, this is exactly the correct measurement. Now just duplicate this thing because we need 2 panels, one for the front and one for the back. Now just click on Make It. So cut out a piece measuring 10" by 10" and place on your mat. Then just click on Continue. Make sure that your machine is connected. Now, if you're using cork, select faux leather, or if you're using faux leather, just select faux leather. And if you're using cork, make sure you increase the pressure to more, or else it won't cut properly. Now load your fine point blade and then place your fabric, your faux leather or your cork on your mat and load it in the machine. So make sure you place your faux leather or whatever material that you're using pretty side down, unless it's glitter, then you would place it pretty side up. So this is what you should have. I advise using a strong grip mat because there's lots of cuttings, intricate cuttings. So make sure you use a strong grip mat and then just load the mat in your machine. Alright, all the cutting is done, so now it's time to unload the mat. So use your spatula to pull both the layers out. Be gentle because you don't want to stretch your vinyl. For the intricate parts, just use your spatula to do the magic. Try not to use your fingers as much as possible. So this is what we have. You can use the weeder tool to pull out the useless bits and pieces that are still stuck. I just love how this thing has turned out. It looks so intricate and so beautiful. So this is what you should have after cutting everything out and after removing all the unwanted pieces. I just love how beautiful it looks. And the fun part is you can also make something out of these cutouts. They're gonna make such awesome things. Like if you just paste it on something and make some design out of it, that's also gonna be super amazing. So there's no limit to your creativity. You can do so many things. There are so many possibilities with everything using Cricut. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to sewing all this and see what it looks like in the end. In addition to all the other pieces that you cut out using the Cricut, you would also need to cut out 2 pieces of vinyl measuring 9" by 4.5". I hope you can see them over here. Let me just lift it. So this is what they look like. Can't see, they're very clear in color. They are clear, so you can't really see them, but they are there. I hope you can see them. I hope you can see me touching them. So yep, they are here. So go and get all these things cut out, and then we're gonna sew this. Now the important thing about this tutorial is to stabilize all these things that are hanging out. And that's why we're using this clear vinyl. So what we're gonna do is first apply some fabric glue all over this thing, especially along these tiny areas. You really want to cover them up with lots of glue. So take your time and apply glue, especially along the edges so they don't come off. So once you have applied glue all over the place, as you can see over here, just like I've done, as you can see over here, just take your clear plastic vinyl and place it on top, on the wrong side. Make sure all the edges are perfectly aligned, and then just use your hand to flatten it perfectly on the vinyl. And then cover it with something heavy so that it gets stuck, and leave it for like around 5 to 10 minutes like this so that it just dries off and sticks properly. So while your piece is drying off, what you can do is make your tabs. So take your tab pieces and fold them in a half, matching the longer edges together, and sandwich the zipper in between. Now just top stitch all along over here using a seam allowance of 1/8". And do the same for the other side as well. So this is what you should have by now. Now we're going to attach the zipper to our body pieces. So place your zipper right side down. The side with the tape is the right side, so that it is centered like this. You can hold it using clover clips. Do not use pins because pins are going to leave holes. So just hold it together in place using clover clips, and make sure that you are also holding the clear vinyl layer together. So this is what you should have. Now we're just gonna sew along this edge using a seam allowance of 1/4 inch from here till here, and use a short stitch length because this is a construction stitch. What I'm using over here is a walking foot, which also really helps in sewing with thick layers or anything which is vinyl or leather on a domestic. Now just top stitch along this edge so that the zipper is attached to the other piece. So while sewing the vinyl, it's gonna get really sticky, so you might have to just help your fabric through the machine so that the machine can easily sew. And when you reach the part where the zipper pull is sticking out, just lift your feet up and push the zipper pull all the way away to the other side. Now we can easily sew without the zipper pull coming in between. Now take the other side and place it flat on the table and place the zipper right side down on the piece so that the zipper is centered and the edges of both the pieces are perfectly aligned. Now just top stitch along this edge so that the zipper is attached to the other piece. So once everything has dried up, open up this whole thing and finger press the seams away from the zipper. Since it's vinyl, we can't use the iron. That's why we just need to finger press this. And once it's a bit folded and pressed to one side, just take it to your machine, fold the seams over to the body away from the zipper, and top stitch along this edge. Make sure that the bottom part is folded this way. And top stitch as close to the zipper as you can using a seam allowance of 1/8 of an inch. And do that for both the sides, here as well as here. Use a wide stitch length, the widest available on your machine, because this is top stitching. Next, take your top piece, fold it in half, and place it on the right hand side, the right side of the body, and hold it together using clover clip. Now place the two right sides together like this and match all the raw edges and sew along these three sides. And make sure that your zipper is open halfway through like this. Now just take it to your machine and sew all around using a 3/8 inch seam allowance, just like you would do a normal zipper pouch. So once done, make sure you clip off the corners. Now turn the right side out. Poke all the corners to make everything look nice and sharp. Alright, so this is what you guys should have now. Now the last step is to just top stitch all around the three edges using 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So go ahead and do that on your machine, and then your pouch will be ready. So once you're done, make sure you leave behind long tails of thread like this so that you can tie them up instead of clipping them off, because clipping will leave behind loose ends which might just come off. Now use your needle to take the front thread to the back side and just tie the two back threads together. Now you can easily just chop off this thread and without worrying about anything, because it's now secure. Do the same for the starting thread on the other side. Alright, our pouch is now ready to hit the party. You can sell it, you can gift it, you can do whatever you want. So if you want the files for the other pouches, don't forget to check out the links below. And for more awesome tutorials and fun Cricut projects, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's all for now. Bye bye.